If you were anything like me or just thinking, it's time to take it easy on the kids, we kind of need them for later. You know what I'm saying? You got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state that we live in. Follow along, share out, like. Make sure you guys always like all that stuff, and let peeps know. Hey, we got something going down over here. We got something going on, and it is the Go Show. So, thanks for hanging out. Comment too. Jeez Louise, I love that you guys play along. Too much fun. This is going to be an interesting show because there is the most absurd piece of conservation enforcement that I have ever heard. And surprise, surprise, it comes right out of California. So we're going to get to that in a moment. But if you are like me and you think that that outdoor TV is it's been terrible. And I saw this article that there were some peeps that were upset that the season 46 winner of Survivor has been announced, and fans apparently are upset about it. Here's what I don't care about. I don't care that the fans of season 6 are upset, because if we know anything from what I have tried to teach y'all over these years, it is simply that, guess what? When people are all upset and internet is ablaze and the social media is going crazy today, no. There's a few people that are upset, or a few people that decided they wanted to be kind of rabble rousers online, and that's what happened. That's it. Nobody's upset about it. Nobody's really worked up about it. It just is what it is. And it's very light. I'm sorry here. I'm just dealing with a lighting issue. Sorry, I apologize. It just is what it is. So nobody's upset. Nobody's fired up. I didn't even read the article to find out why people are upset about season 46 winner of Survivor, because I watched plenty of seasons of Survivor. I go back to the very first season where Richard won. I remember watching 2 episodes and going, that guy's going to win. And I bet my roommate $100 and I won. Yeah. And that guy went all kind of crazy, like some legal thing and tax evasion. And that was a whole different ballgame. I wonder if by today's standards, if he would, it would be a different outcome. I'm just going to leave that there. So Richard, season 1, and it's been mostly the same, very formulaic after that. Like the alliances were basically created by that guy, and kind of the strategy of the game created by that guy. And everybody just took the ball and ran with it, which is fine. Because why are we sleeping on the fact that there's been 46 seasons? I don't care who's upset about the winner. 46 seasons. There's been 11 years of this program. I'm tapping out at like year 20. I'm good. Like, done it. Been there. Okay. Time to retire. 46 years. Holy cow. Same host, everything. They tried to cancel him a while back because he said, you guys. That was apparently that was a bad thing for 35 years or whatever, 35 seasons. He said, you guys. And apparently it's not allowed to do that. So, but he back. He good. He's fine. The 46 season, that's fantastic. But I love these programs. It does encourage people to go out and do things. And it shows people that you can do things. Forget about the silly games that they play. Like, how long can everybody's got to hang by one toe or something until everybody drops and the winner gets immunity or whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the lifestyle of, you're outside, you don't have a lot of shelter, and you're just good. They're good. They're doing fine. There's weird parts, but people are surviving. That's why it's called Survivor. So kind of over it, though. My girlfriend auditioned a few years ago for Naked and Afraid. And this is, which is absurd to me. I'm like, why in the world would you want to do anything like that? But she did. And basically made it to the point where she was getting shots to go to wherever country they were sending her off to. And then COVID hit. But I've never seen the show. I just assumed that it was the same formulaic outdoor Survivor kind of vibe, teams and strategy and alliances and all that. No, this is one show, one outing. They got to survive for 21 days, and they got to be naked doing it. I don't really understand the naked thing, but they got to be naked doing it. It's got to throw back to the biblical Adam and Eve days, I guess. But those first 2 things I'd make. I'd make leaf shoes and a loincloth. I mean, can I just strap this around? I don't need my junk showing. I don't. And they team up a male and a female, which is the most awkward thing in the world. So I'm hooked. I'm in. I want to watch them all. It's absolutely fascinating to see what they do. And then don't get roped in, by the way, because it said what was it? Naked and Afraid XL. Not what I thought it was. I'll just leave that there. But a fun show to watch. I am a huge fan of Alone. And here's why I like Alone. Because when I think about survival situations, when I think about survival techniques, you think about learning survival. What you don't learn and no one teaches, at least that I know of or I have seen, nobody teaches something that's very, very crucial. Teamwork. So that's why Naked and Afraid is pretty special. That's, nobody's working as a team in Survivor because it's all just cutthroat stuff. This team has to survive for 21 days and then they go out. Surprisingly, they don't win anything. I was like, what do they get? They go like $5,000 or something, like 10 grand. Like, whoo, good, yeah, well, like I can buy that surgery or whatever it is, right? No, anything. Weird. Anyway, survival classes don't teach you teamwork. So when I have studied any kind of survival techniques, any kind of shelter building, fire building, whatever it is, it's been solamente. It's been a solo venture, a solo project, so to speak. And I thought that's what I thought survival was, when you're out alone. But then you give it really some thought, is that, okay, you most likely when you're outdoors, you're with somebody. And if the two of you or three of you get stuck, that's the first skill you need to know, is teamwork. So that's why I dig Naked and Afraid. But Alone kind of harkens to what you always thought survival would be. And let me tell you something, as they progress through seasons, oh my gosh. I mean, they're getting Jedi in here. They're getting, I saw a guy actually killed, I believe, a deer. And then he built a smokehouse for it so he could preserve the meat. He built a smokehouse, and a nice one. It wasn't just some like lean-to yurt kind of looking thing. Built it. How do you learn this? So it's motivating. You watch shows like Alone, and it is just absolutely motivating. The other one is Outlast. That's a team version. Outlast is kind of a team version of Alone. They have some skill challenges as well. It's kind of a little hybrid Survivor in Alone. But Alone is a simple thing. I believe 10 people go out, 10 or 12 people go out. They drop them basically the same region. So, but they're alone. I mean, once they're gone, I mean, it's a very sobering thing. They have their cameras with them, their handheld cameras. There's no other camera crew around them. They have their handheld cameras. And they watch that helicopter, boat, whatever, take off. Then it's quiet. It's just silent. Now you're alone. And there's no time limit. Then could go on a whole damn year. Doesn't matter. Whoever is left standing is the one that wins. That's amazing. And they win a good amount of money too. It's not like Naked and Afraid where they're just, hey, I got an idea for a show. Let's get a bunch of people over here to do this for free and get naked. Yeah, they don't show any naughty bits, so don't get all fired up about that. It's not that kind of a show. Now, but what I have learned on Alone is pretty damn amazing. But here's the step that I want to encourage all of you. If you see something that you think is a cool survival skill, I want you to try it immediately. This is something that I have been very poor at, that I need to get better at. See, we're learning all this together here, people. This is not like I'm not the expert of all things. So I'm not very good at seeing it and then putting it to practice, actually getting good at it. I have watched more videos on how to attach a leader to fishing line than you could possibly imagine. And I've probably done it 5 times. I should be a pro by this point, but it's one of the most intimidating things I do in fishing. It comes the same thing with survival techniques, shelter building, fire building, all of that. And I think I got it down to an extent, but I haven't gone out into the garage and practice. I haven't been out in the backyard practicing. I haven't been in a desert practicing like I should have been. One of the best survival things I can think of is waterproofing anything you can. And so what I mean by dry bags and things like that, to keep matches and lighters in, so you don't have to worry about, bow drills and whatnot. Because I am a fan of cargo pants when I'm out hunting, because I have a lighter or 2 lighters. I have a little thing with little fire stars, little tumblers in my pockets. It's just, I'm panicked about not being able to start a fire. I don't even know if I have anything to build a shelter in my pack. I have a shelter. I have a little one of those little space, those little I call them a space blanket. You know, those little tiny things that basically look like aluminum foil. So basically, yes, you cover up. Am I roasting now? When am I going to get done? Does it go ding when it's done? But just think ahead of things like that are easier than having to know how to build a bow drill. If you wear glasses, you're already ahead of the game of building fire. You really are. You just have to know how to find very fine kindling and just use the sun to build your fire. So make sure you're building fire before the sun goes down. Those kinds of things. Prepare for those kinds of things. Just prepare for them. Maybe all right. Yeah. But yeah, those shows are really good for that. But it was so funny. Season 46 of Survivors, a winner's been announced, and fans are in an uproar. A, no, they're not in an uproar. B, holy crap, 46 seasons. Good job. Still to this minute, don't even know who won. Don't even care what people are in an uproar about. Don't care. Could not care less. Just excited that show made it 46 seasons. That is amazing. And if you haven't watched it, it's a lot of fun. It really is. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a good time. And yeah. What was the other one that I watched? I think it was one of the episodes of Alone. Like they do the whole vignette of the people that are going to be on that season. And this guy's like a retired Detroit cop. He's like, I'm not tapping out, man. There's no way I'm tapping out. No way I'm going to make that call. There's no way. No way, man. Night one, he hears, I think, what is a bear or a coyote or a wolf or something. He hears something. Dude, he is on that sat phone in a minute. He like, nope, get me out of here. I'm gone right now. I'm out of here. Yeah. Ha ha. All right. Thanks for hanging out. This is the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state that we live in. Yeah, forget about the Survivor season 46. How about this? So I'm excited, at least being down in Mexico. My intern Beans is a huge fan of tide pools, and she's a conservationist. She's an ocean nut, seashells, all of that. I have to look at regulations in Mexico about about collecting seashells. But I almost slipped there because I was looking at my notes, so it's why I said this, because I do believe this. It's not hunting. You're not seashell hunting. You are seashell collecting. You are seashell searching. Red leather, yellow leather. Yeah, something like that. And you're looking for. There's no such thing as mushroom hunting. I'm sorry, y'all. Even shed hunting is not hunting. You're quite literally just looking for things on the ground. That's it. You're collecting. It's a pet peeve of mine. It just as much of a pet peeve as if I'm hunting and somebody asks me, did you catch a deer? No, I didn't catch a deer. I just really didn't catch a deer. Let's get out. California has regulations on removing seashells from the beach. And you need to know that when you're out there in California, especially San Diego. A California mom took her, a tourist to California mom took her family out to the beach, and they're walking along, strolling along, and they're just collecting some seashells. They're looking down and they say, oh, that's a really pretty one. Oh, look at another pretty one. Oh, here, check out this clamshell. Look at this one right here. Oh, this is so much fun. So little Timmy likes the whole clamshell idea. He thinks it's fantastic. He's like, these clamshells are super cool. I'm gonna start collecting a bunch of these. In comes John Q. Law, and to check out what these people are doing. I'm going to check out what they're doing. Oh, my goodness. I am going to write you a citation, says the California Game and Fish Department person. I'm going to write you a citation. You can't collect. You know what your little kid's been doing back there, ma'am? You know what your kid's been doing? Your kid has been collecting not clam shells, been collecting clams. As a matter of fact, he has over 17 right in here, right in this basket. Why are you doing this? As a matter of fact, you're hunting and fishing without a license. I am going to write you a fine. Can you imagine what the kids are doing? Just crying. This officer's on the beach, punking mom, essentially, right in front of us on our vacation. We're just out here collecting shells and having a great family time. And this guy says, oh, no, actually, he took a few clams, not just clam shells. So that is hunting without a license, fishing without a license. I can only imagine how the mom's feeling at this point. Like, okay, like kind of freaked out for the kids. Like, the heck, what do you mean? I mean, what do you mean? It's got to be a joke, right? No, it wasn't a joke. One, two. When she got home from vacation, there was an envelope there from the California Department of Conservation or Game and Fish. Department of Fish and Wildlife is what they call it. There's a fine in there. Are you ready to hear what this fine is? I mean, I hope you're sitting down. $88,000. $88,000. This punk activist piece of garbage from the Department of Fish and Wildlife in California fined these people, this family, $88,000. She said, it really made me sad and depressed. It kind of ruined our trip. Kinda. There's so much we're about to talk about here, but I want to give you the kind of good news up front, because it's basically he had was a California mom. Let's see here. Oh, that's San Luis Obispo County agent wrote 58 citations for illegal clam collection. 58 citations that year. Anyway, a San Luis Obispo County judge said, you know what? Okay, look, excessive. We're going to knock that down to $500. Still crappy, but $500 is a lot better than 88,000. I'm sorry, let's call it 89,000. $88,993. This punk. I can't. We have poachers, real stupid, mangy poachers that get rung up for fines of like $10,000, and you need to go to a hunter safety course, and we're going to suspend your license for 5 whole years. Those are stupid, mangy poachers that kill animals and leave them to rot, that hunt out of season, that are jacking with our entire circle of life that we have, our entire ecosystem. These people, not knowingly, I mean, talk about a teachable moment. Okay, listen, all right, you got a few, you had about a dozen clams in here, man. Yeah, your kid's grabbing clams, and yeah, you can't grab clams. So okay, little Timmy, here's what I need you to do, buddy. I want to see. See, this is a shell. Okay, this is a shell. You can have that. You keep these. Okay, and these that have 2 shells pushed together, yeah, that's a real animal in there. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to put those back. Don't collect those. Okay, because that's a big no-no to do this. Okay, we don't want mommy to get in trouble, right? Okay, we don't want anybody to get in trouble. Okay, buddy, you having a good time today? I'm so glad. I love your little board shorts. They got Lightning McQueen on them. You're looking good, kid. You're looking great. And let's what did I sound like Trump right there? Looking great, kid. You're looking fantastic. Okay, you're doing good, buddy. High five. All right, what else did you find? Let's check out your stuff. That's your opportunity. That's your opportunity to win hearts and minds, especially the children. You have to. This mom may never take her kids out on the beach again. This mom might say, it's done. What a horrible experience. All because of this bozo. It's having a bad day and decide to take it out on a family, bro, with kids. If this is a bunch of like drunk college people out there playing like clam baseball or something like that, right? Like picking them up and like, okay, yeah, ring these little punks up and show them what's what. But a family, way too far. Thank goodness for that judge. That judge knows better. Hopefully that judge is an outdoors man or woman and really just does the right thing for conservation. And again, winning hearts and minds, promoting North American model of wildlife conservation, and knowing we need the next generation up to just love everything in the outdoors. And you get what you get when you're in California. You just really do. I mean, right now, as it stands, and again, guys, keep commenting along. I love you. I'm not commenting in real time because I'm down in Mexico right now. Hopefully, I'm chatting along, but these are a couple of pre-recorded episodes because I want to give you outdoor hotness for not me hotness, just the content for while I'm gone on vacation. That's all. I love y'all. I'm down Mexico way right now. Hopefully, fishing. Wishing I was fishing. Tell you that much. But I need to learn the laws down there. I need to know if Beans is going to start sucking up seashells like crazy. I got to make sure you can down there. I want to make sure. I want to see what's what. I highly doubt there's a lot left. I mean, we're just after spring break and a holiday weekend, things like that. Come on. Jeez. It's like nothing left down there. Like absolutely nothing left down there. Okay. But I want to share a few stories about something similar. Like I took At a previous life, a radio station, I took two people that have never shot shotguns before, and I took them out to Ben Avery to shoot some clays and to teach them the wonderful world of shotgunning. Like these two girls, there's no way in the world they would have ever had this opportunity had I not taken them. And don't worry, I've already talked to the director about this. I've talked to commissioners about this. I was hot. So I bring them out. And we're just getting set up, and I'm explaining everything. They know they cannot get out. They cannot touch a firearm unless they know the full rules of firearm safety, and they can regurgitate them back to me, not in order, don't care, whatever order they're in. If you ask what does anybody know? Okay, test time. Does anybody know the 4 rules? Don't type them out. It's okay. I'll give it to you. Sorry. Yeah. Always shoot a firearm as if it's loaded, right? Keep your finger off the trigger until your target is in sight, right? Until your target is in sight and you're ready to fire. Okay. Keep the booger hook off the bang switch. That's always a good way to remember it. Keep the booger hook off the bang switch. Second, never point a firearm. Never even let the muzzle of a firearm go in anyone's direction or anything's direction that you are not willing to destroy. Do not point a firearm at anything that you are not willing to destroy. And the fourth is always be aware of what is beyond your target. Fair? I was on a hunt. I was just a rabbit hunt. And I had this giant jackrabbit. I'm just ready to go. I'm just ready to go. All dialed in. And then I take one shift to the side. Boom, there's a cow back there. Boom, nothing. I'm not going to take that shot. I'm not going to ruin a farmer's cow. And I have to buy that cow because I was shooting a jackrabbit because I didn't know it was beyond my target. That's why it's a big no-no in hunting if your game is on top of a hill. You don't know what's on the other side of the hill. Do not take that shot. Okay. So that's a big no-no. So anyway, so I'm going through they're reciting their 4, and then now we're going over the parts and the working end, the business end, the ouch end of a shotgun, and going through this. And so I'm actually moving it kind of, pointing it down. That's the other thing. This guy, one of the range masters at Ben Avery comes and just lights us up. I mean, lights us up. I have a broken over-under. No way this can fire. So, but I am moving around to show this and that. I've never seen somebody handle a firearm so recklessly. Do you even? I just started lighting us up. Scared these girls something. I just scared them. And I just said, I was patient. I was calm. I said, as a matter of fact, this is their first time out. I'm going over everything. We are covering in detail the 4 tenets of this. We have covered the range rules and regs here. And now they're learning how to load a firearm, but we're doing it. We're dry loading it. They're just going through the motions. Well, hey, look, if you need somebody to teach you this and that, it needs to be a professional. Is just firing off. I was embarrassed. Because I love Ben Avery Shooting. It's sponsored by my organization. I'm the vice president of Wildlife for Tomorrow. And 1AZ Credit Union. Like we present that. We're the presenting sponsor of that place. I love it. I went right to Ty. Went right to the director. I was not going to say who it was, but I was like, man, y'all need to get a hold of that. That can't happen. And he was mortified. He was like, hey, that's right. That can't happen. Holy mackerel. But we recovered and had time. But I think that was, and it was probably 8-9 years ago. I think that was the moment where I realized how fragile or how difficult of a task it is to bring the next generation to our way of life. Bring the new generation to participate in the North American model of wildlife conservation. And why, at that time, it's changed here in Arizona, but at that time, the average age of a hunt and fish license holder went up 1 year every year. That means that there were no backfill. There was no backfill of younger people coming up and buying the tags. It was basically everybody's just dying off. That was bad. And then whoever came up with the idea, I think is the greatest idea ever in the history of your Arizona Game and Fish Department. They made youth hunting and fishing combo licenses $5. Took care of that problem, didn't it? I mean, how could you not? I made intern Sarah buy her own one year. I'm like, you're just gonna have to buy your own hunting and fishing license. She was so scared. She was like, Uncle, I don't know if I got. It's like, I don't know if I have enough money for that. I go, oh, well, you got to figure it out. She went on and she called me. She's like, oh, come on. It's only $5. I thought it was like $100. I was like, yeah. How cool is that, though? Buying her own hunting, fishing license. She's ready to go. And that's how to do that. But I'm telling you, when I say win hearts and minds, I'm talking about winning the hearts and minds of those that are those that are very vocal against our cause, and those that are young and impressionable and ready to go and ready to have a huge, amazing, great adventure out there. And the bozos like this guy from California Fish and Game need to just get canned. I haven't seen that guy at the range, by the way. I think it wasn't his first incident. I didn't, like I said, I didn't name him. I didn't name him one, but I didn't even ask his name. Didn't even care. I was like, dude, you just got to get a handle on that. You just got to get a handle. And maybe the guy was having a bad day, so that's why I didn't rat him out. I was telling him, oh, you're the problem with this and North American model and win hearts and minds. I didn't. Maybe he's having a bad day. I guess he's had several bad days. And now he's gone. As an older dude, so he was either there just kind of something to do, or just kind of on his way out from the department anyway. But it is crucial that we win hearts and minds. It is crucial that we keep people having good experiences when they go out. That's one of the reasons why I'm into not rough camping. I don't want camping to be miserable for anyone that I take, because I want them to come back. I want them to try it again. I want them to do it on their own. So that's a big thing for me, is making sure that everybody's having a good time. When we go hunting, we eat good food, we drink good drink, we have good stories, we have a great time. Everybody's safe. Everybody comes home with an amazing experience, and hopefully meat in the freezer. So it's these little things that's going to win it for us. It's going to win it for next generations. I know people are saying, oh, take care of the earth, recycle, and this and that, and, green this and that, and that's going to be for the next generation. But without our wonderful animals of this world, without us, without conservation like we do it, there's really nothing, going to be nothing to have. So it's important. So when I say win hearts and minds, y'all, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Tomorrow's the day. It's FAFO Friday. That's right. One of my favorite days. I believe it's going to be a whale of a show. I know. Whale edition. So just really the apex predators of the ocean. You think they're great white sharks? Not even close. Not even close. The homicidal sea panda is who we'll talk about tomorrow in FAFO Friday. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out again. Keep commenting. We'll respond to those and share it out. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff on YouTube as well. I appreciate you. We're building this thing. It's the momentum's great, and it's all because of you. And I'm thankful for you. I appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow on FAFO Friday right here on The Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state that we